Hi everybody, welcome to HCA East Florida's Eat This Drink That Go, presented by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm Jimmy Cephalo, along with our co-host and producer, Brenda Bassett.
Hey there.
Great shows planned for you today as well. A lot of good food, I think you're going to enjoy it, and some good drinks too. Don't forget about that part of the deal. A reminder to you can listen to us on WIOD on the AM dial Saturday mornings between 9 and 10 a.m. worldwide too on iHeartMedia.
Thanks to our Hong Kong listeners.
Yes, we've got a lot of listeners in Hong Kong. We've got them in London. I mean, really all over the world. We get some nice notes from a lot of people. Our thanks to you for listening around the world. You can watch us on the Beach Channel as well. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, it's Eat This Drink That Go. And on Twitter, it's Eat Drink Go. Look, a combination of this type should have been done years ago, but it wasn't until now that I'm aware of. We're so pleased to be joined by Executive Chef Johnson Tay and co-founder Kazu Abe of Yugo Sushi Burrito and Poke right there in 5th and Washington at Miami Beach.
Thanks so much for coming.
Good to see you again.
So
we had you on
nice
one before, and I still remember all of your wonderful food from then.
So
Give me the concept for those who aren't familiar with it.
Sure. So basically, we are a Pan-Asian fast casual restaurant. We try to bring fresh and exciting flavors. And so it's a sushi burrito, and the reason why it's called that really is because it's the size. It has all the contrasting elements of a burrito. It's handheld, it's a little messy. It's kind of overstuffed, and it's a casual food, but it's really all Asian. So we play a little bit on the Latin theme. We have like our version of an Asian nachos, but we don't really mix Latin elements with Asian elements. It's really a Pan-Asian concept.
Right. Do you find people more eat in the restaurant or take out?
We were originally located downtown, and it was almost exclusively a delivery business and a takeout business, particularly at night, which is why we moved to the beach. We wanted kind of more of a, the soul of a restaurant is really with the scene inside. It's the people, they create the energy, and we just felt that the South Beach location was much more conducive to that. So it's a much greater mix of dine-in now that we're on the beach.
And you're right in the middle of everything. 5th and Washington is right in the heart of it, isn't it?
Right.
Yes, so it is very tourist heavy, which is a little bit different.
Especially right now?
It is, yes. Spring break is in full swing, so yes. And I think that particularly with our concept, it really gears a little bit younger, so people are looking for this kind of food. It kind of gears itself towards South Beach. It's healthy, it's light, it doesn't weigh you down, when you're on your, in your bikini on your way to the beach.
Right, right. Nothing going the next day.
Yes.
A drink menu. What kind of things? I see you brought some drinks too for us. What do you have? What do you serve?
For a fast casual restaurant, we actually do have a lot of drinks. We have everything from homemade smoothies to CBD drinks to craft beers. Today we're featuring solely Japanese craft beers. So these are all microbrewed from Japan. It's not like Kirin, which is actually brewed here and owned by Roseanne.
Right. They just tell you that it's Japanese. But
right, exactly. Well, it was Japanese.
Yeah, well, until recently, it's like Budweiser was an American for a long time too. All right, so what are you starting with today, Chef? What's that first thing?
I'll start with the our best-selling kimchi salad that we have in the store.
Okay.
So I start with the cucumber, slice of cucumber.
Now, for those who don't know kimchi, explain kimchi to us.
Yeah.
Kimchi, by the way, this kimchi is we made in-house. It's made of napa cabbage and daikon radish and onions and spices. So it's we usually do this in a restaurant.
Right. And is the acid in it is vinegar, correct?
The acid comes from the fermentation of the garlic, the onions, the combination.
All right, wonderful. The smell of kimchi is terrific, and if you ever have kimchi, I mean, if you go to Korea, for example, where it's the national dish, you'll have it for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner.
And everyone has their own special blend, right?
The way
It's
they
their
do it.
own recipe.
And back, I spent enough time there that the way they determined wealth for a while was how many kimchi pots do you have in your backyard?
Yeah, and it's one of those great dishes or ingredient, however you want to classify it, but it goes into everything.
To make, this is just mixing all the couple ingredients. You have onions, you have cucumbers, and you have the kimchi.
Right. So it's a very, very healthy dish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really light. It's great. It's got all the like the great probiotics and things that
Right.
people are really looking
Right.
for, and has a tremendous amount of flavor. It's pungent, but it's one of those things that once you kind of like it, then you crave it. So
Right. And Chef, you just poured something on top for, what was
That's
it?
the rice vinegar.
Rice vinegar, okay.
And then we just need a little color.
And for that, was that seaweed?
This is seaweed.
Yes?
The typical seaweed that you use for when you go to a Japanese restaurant is the wakame seaweed.
It's colorful, it's crunchy, which is also a nice
Yeah,
part of it too.
yeah.
It's a very satisfying salad for you.
Right.
That's a great part about it. Is this the #1 in your selling of salads?
actually, we kimchi is one of those things. Korean food is just increasing in popularity and people's familiarity with it. I think a lot of American people traditionally don't have fermented foods in their
Right.
in their lexicon. It's just not something that they're really familiar with. So the spiciness, the garlickiness of it, the fact that it's fermented, it took a while for people to kind of catch on to it. But I think that people's taste buds, they have expanded, and so as people have learned about it, kimchi is getting more and more popular.
Right. You're seeing more and more Korean restaurants around the country, no matter
Yes,
where you go.
absolutely.
I mean, of course, in San Francisco and New York, you see many of them. But here in South Florida, you're getting more and more Korean restaurants too.
Yeah.
Chef, that's a little bit of sesame seeds as well?
Sesame seeds.
Boy, what a beautifly layered dish, a variety of things. Brenda, give that a shot.
All right.
You can see where if you wanted a healthy dish and you were on the beach, all you had to do is stop in and find
How
some
pretty
wonderful
this
foods.
is.
Yugo, sushi, burrito, and poke. It's 5th and Washington, right off the causeway. You're right off the causeway.
Yes,
Right.
you'll see
So
us right there.
come down 395 and it's really easy to find. Brenda? Crunchy. I could hear the crunching over here.
The crunchiness is there, but I love the spices.
And that's mostly the kimchi.
It's a kimchi.
And I guess you could put anything in here that you wanted to as well. I know you don't do it because you make your own. Have you tried any of the bottled kimchi that you get at a Publix or any of those kind? Are they any good?
I find that they lack a little authenticity.
Yeah.
I think it's just geared towards people who are maybe trying it for the first time.
Right.
There are some markets that make their own, which would definitely be better, and I recommend that.
This is
Okay.
marvelous, by the way.
This is
really,
so
Yeah.
good.
It's
And very
delicious.
satisfying.
Oh gosh.
You know?
It's got a great crunch to it. And it's again very healthy dish. And I imagine there's a lot of healthy things. What are you making next for us?
I'm making our vegetarian version of sushi burrito. It's we're using jackfruits.
Right?
Oh,
I know a lot of people
interesting.
not using jackfruit, and all they know about jackfruit is the ripe jackfruit for dessert.
Right.
So this is actually the green jackfruit that we carve out and then we cook it.
Right. Right. And jackfruit's becoming more popular too.
Yes,
Right.
jackfruit is used for a lot of vegan preparations because it mimics a little bit of the look. I wouldn't say flavor, but the look and texture of like a pulled pork or something that's kind of like a braised meat.
Chef, is that,
L-
is that the
L&B.
jackfruit?
This
Yes.
is the jackfruit.
It looks a little like
Now,
chicken, right?
You tell me,
Yeah.
what does this look like to you? I mean, that looks like
Chicken.
chicken, pulled pork, whatever you want it to be.
Well, you know, one
It's
of the
fruit.
largest producers of
Marvelous.
jackfruit in South Florida is L&B Grove Stand.
Right.
That we recently had on the show.
Yes, so
And,
Walt and Adina are good friends.
Yes,
Right.
Walt and Adina were on,
And
yeah.
they grow a lot of different things, including jackfruit. But he
Right.
brought a jackfruit in.
I mean, it was giant.
The juicy fruit, but the flavor came from.
Oh, they had
from
all
jackfruit.
different kinds,
Yes.
yeah.
And
All right.
jackfruit's amazing. You can eat all parts of it. You can eat the seeds of it. They're kind of like chestnuts. You can eat it unripe, like this is here green. You can eat it ripe, and it's huge. So if you've ever seen, some people actually have it as a backyard tree
Right.
in South
Oh,
Florida.
they're gigantic.
It looks like an alien
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah. You wonder what in the world is that? So, and I imagine a lot of vegetarians want to come in at your place.
Yes, we do have an awful lot of vegetarian, and we have a lot of vegan options as well.
Right.
So I think that people would be happy with the selection.
Oh, I think so too. Yugo, sushi, burrito, and poke. It's 5th Street in Washington. So right after you come off the 395, it's right there. They are open from 11:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. You can find them at Yugo. That's U-G-O, Y-U-G-O. Sorry, Y-U-G-O. 305.com. That's easy to remember as well. Instagram, it's at Yugo _305. We're going to come back. They're going to make a couple of other wonderful dishes, including the jackfruit fruit burrito that you can
Yay.
find any place else but a third spot. Right after this on Eat This,
Drink that, go.